Welcome to our channel. We are Technic Force and we help grow your business online. Please hit the subscribe button to get more updates. Introducing Google Jules. Google just held its annual I/O Developer Conference, unveiling a powerful lineup of new tools from cutting edge language models to next gen coding agents. One of the standout announcements was Jules, an autonomous AI coding agent powered by the new Gemini 2.5 Pro. Jules works asynchronously across your entire code base, handling everything from bugs to refactoring, basically helping you to clear your to do list in no time. And the best part, Jules is completely free and available starting today. Let's dive in. This move appears to be directly countering the newly launched OpenAI Codex update. What's nice is that it integrates with GitHub, understands your codebase, and works asynchronously so that you can move forward with what matters more. So, how it works is pretty interesting. You simply connect it to GitHub, and then you add in whatever branch you want to implement to change to. And in this case, you can go ahead and ask any sort of request, like can you add a dark mode? And then you can ask Jules to work on tackling this task. So it is first reading up the VM, and in this case, it will get full contextual awareness of your code base before it starts planning on making the change. So it is able to make changes that fit the preference of what your code base is, and it's going to stay aligned to whatever was coded beforehand. And then you can see right now that it has approved the plan and it has generated the new code for the dark mode. And then after, what you can do is you can go ahead and you can either commit this change, create this PR request, and then publish it to the branch directly from Jules. So in short, Jules is an AI coding agent that is built to handle tasks like bug fixes, refactoring your tests, vision bombs, and this is where you can actually focus on the meaningful part of your code base. It is where you have a GitHub integration that imports your repo, clones it to a cloud VM, and creates the PR. It is capable of auto task handling, where it assigns tasks through prompts or GitHub labels, and it has a transparent workflow where it shares its plans, reasonings, as well as code diffs and run tests. What's also nice is that there's an audio summary feature where you can quickly catch up on the code changes through a podcast that it creates after it has created all the changes. So this is kind of interesting that they implemented this within Jules, but as I stated, you can easily get started with a Google account by clicking on Try Google Jules, and it will take you to this page over here. So after you connected your GitHub repo, you can select whatever repo you want to work with. Select branch that you want to work in. You also have a set of different prompts that you can use to help you get started. Like if it's for everyday dev tasks, you can use a couple of these different tests. But overall, there are a list of different prompts that you can use in different categories, from debugging to starting your own project from scratch, that you can even develop within Jules. So let's try this out. This is where we're going to initialize a new Express app with cores enabled. And this is where we're going to have it create a new backend application using Node.js and Express framework. We're also going to make sure Course, which is cross origin source sharing, is enabled. So it is going to work on breaking down this project and help us execute this task. It looks like it is working right now, and it has initialized the new Express app. It is working on a couple of these plans. So we can see first it initializes the new project where it created the new package.json file using the npm initialization command, installed Express and course dependencies, created the Express application file, and then it also added the start script, created a README file, and submitted the changes. So as you can see, it is doing all of this within the terminal and it is working on accomplishing this task for us. And one thing I want to mention is that there's actually a daily task limit. So you get a 5 day per count. And so keep that in mind. It is something that will get used up pretty quickly if you're working a lot of different tasks. So keep that in mind. Now it looks like it has finished generating our initialization of a new Express app with course enabled. And now what you can do is actually publish it to the branch, but we're actually going to take a look and review through all these things that it has changed. So we can see the README file. It has configured the index.js file, the package, and then also the package.json file. So if we're going to approve this, you can simply go ahead and publish this to the branch, and then it will actually add it to your GitHub repository. So if you actually want to review the branch, you can click on this button, which will take you to the test repo that I had created. It set up the Express Course app for us, and you can see all the files have now been committed to this repo, which is now private. Now, this is pretty interesting This is a post by Daniel on Twitter who was testing out Jules versus Codex with a lazy prompt to analyze a project and write a unit test to cover 100%, and it was able to actually output more with the Jules coding agent. You can see the response that was outputted from Codex versus what was outputted from the Jules coding agent, and after each update gotten from Codex, it looks like it did a better job in terms of conducting the testing with the AI agent. He also noticed that it's capable of live file updates. This is where it streams progressively instead of appearing all at once, which is pretty interesting. And you can also test completions afterwards to see if it's actually a correct setup for the code that was generated. Since we already set up the Express app, we're actually going to build on top of it and add new commits to it. This is where we're going to ask it to build the dashboard for the next segment, which is the front end, and we're going to ask it to build a CRM dashboard that has a sidebar navigation to track clients, leads, tasks, notes, and dashboards, pages for viewing and managing clients, as well as a login and sign up page. You can see right now that it's now working and setting up the front end project structure with the base Express app that we had developed. It has taken in our prompt and it's going to now work on autonomously focusing on generating the code for our front end using the Gemini 2.5 Pro. So it looks like it has now updated all the necessary folder or files that it needed to be changed, and we now have our CRM dashboard fully developed. The backend is configured and the front end is now generated. We're going to publish it to the branch and then open it up. So now it has added the branch, and you can actually take a look at the dashboard UI over here, which has generated all the files for it. But what we're going to do now is start this up. So we're going to clone this. We can type in git clone and then paste in the link. So this will clone the repo. And what we're going to do is get into the test repo by typing in cd test repo and then pasting in npm install. Once that is done, we're going to start and run this application with the npm start command. And now we can access it on our local host. You can see it created the login and sign up page. We're actually going to create an account after it will take you to the CRM dashboard. And you can see it did a pretty good job in terms of creating the base structure of our app, which is very nice. You have the main dashboard. You can manage all your clients here, leads, tasks, and notes. And a lot of these components haven't been configured yet, but I'm going to work with the agent to actually restructure this full-on demo to make it look better and add more functionality. And there we go. Going back into Jules, I finally revamped the CRM system, revamped how the UI looks, and in this case, this is the sign up page. But a cool thing is that if you click on needing a demo credential, it will actually provide a demo credential that you can autofill and close, which is pretty cool. And then you can click on login. You can see the loading page, and then it loads up the CRM dashboard, which looks amazing. This is something that was fully developed. You can see that notification that popped up, but overall, you can see that there's so many different components that were coded out with Jules, added animations, and different components. You can view all of these different features for the CRM dashboard. There's actually a customers tab that lets you manage all your customers like a real CRM dashboard would. This was all fully coded out with a single prompt after I revamped it and after we changed the initial design that it's truly insane. But that's basically it for today's video on Jules. So this was all fully coded out with a single prompt after I revamped it, and after I changed the initial design, it's just truly insane. So that's all for today's video. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. See you next time. Introducing PeopleBots. PeopleBots is your entire online sales, support, and coaching team. PeopleBots will learn your business and sell, support, and train for you. It can chat, it can even speak to your prospects. It can work 24/7 with no breaks and help you grow your business and get you happier customers. PeopleBots is the advanced AI website chat that your business needs today. It can be anyone you want it to be. It can learn and remember everything. Just give it instruction manuals, your knowledge base, or write a little document that tells everything PeopleBots need to know. PeopleBots help you sell, support, coach, speak. It can even work with human teammates. It will help you get leads, and PeopleBots learn continuously. PeopleBots can spark off the conversation by sending your customer a message. PeopleBots can integrate perfectly with your website's design.
It can speak every language. It can also keep records of all chats. Like I told you earlier, you can customize PeopleBot's knowledge and personality, but that's not all. You can create many versions. You can create multiple bots, each with a different expertise and information to integrate on different websites or web pages. It has ready-made bots for you to use. No need to plug in your AI or bring in your API keys. Integrate PeopleBots in any web page in less than 2 minutes. And a lot more. So what are you waiting for? Get PeopleBots now. Just go to getpeoplebots.in.